Hi friends, I'm Stacy and this is Gorgeously Aging, and thank you so much for joining me today. So I promised you guys recently that I would show you how to put on a wig, and this is a beginner-friendly guide. You can see I have my hair slicked back, and I actually have an oil treatment in it right now, so it looks a little bit greasy. One of the beautiful things about wearing wigs is that it gives you an opportunity to try lots of lengths, colors, and styles, and it also gives your natural hair a break from heat styling and hot tools. What prompted me to start buying wigs was that I cut my hair from really long to just above my shoulders, and although I liked it at first, I really missed my long hair. Let me just warn you, once you start looking at wigs, it is a slippery slope to addiction. So I don't wear wigs every day. I mostly wear them when I'm going to be on camera, or if Adam and I are going to go out for a date and I just feel like having a different style, or if I have a meeting or something and I'm running behind schedule and I just have to do something to pull myself together quickly. I actually really enjoy styling my natural hair, but because I'm letting it grow and giving it a break, it's been nice to throw on a wig when I need it. I also really love hair extensions, especially clip-ins, because I think sometimes the glue-ins and other hair extensions are just so hard on the hair. But I do periodically wear clip-in hair extensions as well, so I'll do a few videos on that in the future. So I'm going to show you the 3 wigs I wear most today. I do have a bunch of other ones, including a really cute banged chin-length bob, which I want to try soon. And I also want to show you guys how to steam style a synthetic wig and how to cut a wig and just make the part line look a little more natural. Some of the wigs come with a really tight part line, and some come with a more natural looking part line. Sometimes the cheaper the wig, the more you have to do to it to make it look nice. So I'm going to show you a few very basic things that I use. I like to use these clips, and we're just going to start by taking my ponytail here. I'm just going to fold it up the back of my head, and you want the ponytail to be low so there's not a big bump on your head. And I'm just going to clip the rest of that ponytail up. Now you could put on a wig cap, which is like a nylon stocking, and I have done that before, but my head tends to get hot, and so I like to avoid anything that's going to create more heat or trap more heat in. What I have found that works best for me are these type of wig grips. Now there are some that are really cheap, but they're also very small and they compress the head to the point of giving you a headache. So I've only found one brand that is really comfortable and has a nice stretch to it. It isn't too tight on the head. So I'm going to hold it like this with the nubby side of it on the outside and just go ahead and put it in the back and bring it to the front, almost just like a little sports headband. And you can kind of experiment with a position that works best for you. And this just keeps the wig from moving around. But let me tell you, most wigs on their own without a wig grip, because sometimes I film with no wig grip on at all, they don't really move around. The wig grip just adds a little extra support. So this one is a synthetic wig that you have seen on me probably the most on YouTube. It has bangs and it's rooted, so it has darker roots and then it gets blonder as it goes to the end. This one is an inexpensive wig from Amazon, and other than trimming the bangs and texturizing them with the thinning shears, I really didn't do too much to this one, but I will show you guys how to trim and customize a wig so that it looks a little bit more expensive, and I'll do that in a future video. So now this one does have a little bit of a lace front and part, and the nice thing about that is the lace fronts do lay a little flatter against the head and blend into your forehead a little bit better. Now it isn't as important when you have bangs, but if you have a no bang style, that becomes a lot more important. Also, sometimes the part is super tight, like there's almost no part line. And just taking a tweezer and plucking the part to make it look a little bit more natural, a little wider, it just makes the part line look a lot more like a natural part line. And many wigs are coming with a more natural looking part, but the cheaper wigs definitely have a really tight part that needs some tweezing. So I'm just going to take a comb. This one's actually a wig comb by John Renew, but sometimes I use my regular hairbrush and just brush out the tangles. I am going to flip it over so that I'm holding it like this. The bangs are toward me. This one has a clip in the back and it has 2 clips here and here kind of by the temples. So I've got it held like this, and I'm just going to lean over and put this on. And then we're going to flip up. I'm going to pull this down like this, give it a little tug, and just adjust that part line. And then you just play with the bangs until you like how they're styled. And if it's too far forward, you just adjust it till the bangs are the right position. Now I wish I had taken this wig with me to Korea because I took one that didn't have bangs. There was like one night Well, actually, I wish I would have worn a wig the whole time because I look like an absolute wreck because I had treatments done. And then I didn't have the right tools to style my natural hair because I didn't want to weigh down my suitcases, and it was just a whole story. So my suitcases got lost. I finally got my suitcases. I had one wig that didn't have bangs, which takes a little bit more styling and playing with to look nice and natural. And I didn't bring really the hot tools I would have wanted for my natural hair because I was thinking I was going to wear that wig all the time, which I didn't. So the next time I go to Korea, I'm going to be a lot more prepared. I'm taking a wig with bangs, and I'm taking the right hot tools to style my natural hair. Okay, so here's the wig on. One little tip is that if you take out some of your natural hair around the hairline, it becomes a lot more natural looking. So when I do this, you're seeing my natural hair. You're not seeing the wig hair. So if I do that on the other side, and that all depends on the color of the wig. So this color kind of works with my natural color. Now I tend to have a fairly large head, so I think that a lot of these wig caps are a tiny bit small for me. So I do like to pull out some of my natural hair when possible. Okay, so there is that wig. This is the one I wear the most. And when I do brush it, I just grab like a handful, and then so I'm not pulling too hard on the wig. Now, these are synthetic fibers, and the reason I prefer synthetic fibers, first of all, they're so inexpensive. Even the luxury synthetic are so much cheaper than a human hair wig. Now, if you get a full lace human hair, you can spend $1,500, $2,000. The thing I love about synthetic, besides affordability, is they hold their style. So you don't have to heat style or reheat style these wigs. After you wash them, you hang them to dry, and they dry back into their shape or their style. So if you want ease and you don't want to have to heat style your wigs, definitely synthetic is the way to go. If you have a human hair wig, they are gorgeous, super expensive, but you do have to style them, and in some cases you have to color them. So it doesn't really save you a lot of time on hairstyling because often you have to style them, and even when you put them on a base overnight and then put them on the next day, you might have to touch up the style because human hair doesn't hold the style like synthetic. So for taking this off, I'm just gonna undo the clips, or the combs I should say, just kind of pull them out. And then when you pull it out, sometimes this grip pulls back with it. And then I have these little cute little wig hangers. I'll list them down below with all the things that I am mentioning today in the description box below the video. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and comb my hair back as smooth as possible. Again, I have that oil conditioner, so it looks a little greasy. It's the Olaplex oil. I actually mixed it with some olive oil to make it last farther, but I think that's such a good hair treatment. This one I'm going to show you is a no bang option, and I wore this in a video not too long ago. It was longer and it had more of these like chunky big curls that were a little dated in my opinion. So I did steam style it, and I'll show you in a split screen how it looked before I steam styled it, and then you can see how it looks after. Now, one of the things I don't like about this particular wig is that it doesn't have darker roots. So I ordered this wig, a second one, with a bit more darker roots. This one was only like $50, which I think is really inexpensive. And it does have a lace front and a side lace part. I think the side parts are kind of hard to find. You see a lot of middle parts. So again, I'm holding the front toward me, and I'm going like this, almost like you're holding a bowl, placing my forehead into the front and pulling it over the back. But I need my wig grip on. You can certainly, if you're not doing anything that's really like aggressive and your wig fits really well, you don't need a grip. I just think the grip gives you a little extra support. Okay, let's pull this one off because this is a side part. Or is it supposed to be on this side? It's supposed to be on this side. What am I doing? Adjust it here in the right position. I like to just take a little handfuls and just tug to get it on my head. So you can see the wig grip really keeps it on. This one, I don't think this one, it has a back comb. This one doesn't have the side combs. So this is the same wig after I steam styled it. Now you can't use hot tools on a synthetic wig. You will melt it. Synthetic, it's basically plastic. But once you've steam styled it and it has dried and cooled, it will hold that style. So even if I wash this and hang it up to dry, it will come back to this shape, to this style. I think this is a gorgeous wig for 50 bucks. The only thing I would complain about this wig, and I took this one to Korea, it got a little wrinkle in my suitcase, which is still there. I gotta steam that out. and I would like a little darker root. So I did order this one, $50 with a darker root. It's a little more golden actually than one I just ordered because my hair naturally is a little more golden. But I do love this color. I love this highlight. And I think in the summer months, I won't mind so much that there's no darker root, but I kind of just like that root melt look where the roots are a little darker and it gets lighter, more ombre. This is me being picky because I was a salon and spa owner, but I think the steam styling worked beautifully on this piece and I love it. So I think learning how to trim a wig, how to thin it out, how to make the part a little bit thicker, and how to steam style really makes the world of wigs open up to you. Often when you order a wig and you get it and you first put it on, it's terrifying. It's like, oh my God, this looks awful, until it settles down or you steam out some of the like tightness of the curl or customize it to your liking. Sometimes they can look hideous at first. So the nice thing about this is because I have a high forehead, if I want to make my forehead a little shorter, I could scoot it down. But if you wear a wig too far down, it looks kind of unnatural. So typically you want it to be just slightly in front of your natural hairline. So you guys let me know after I put this last one on which wig was your favorite. Number one with the bangs in the straight blonde. This one that I steam style that doesn't have bangs, and both number one and number two are around the $50 price point. Actually, number one is cheaper than that. I think that one might be like 25 or 30. So this next wig is by Ellen Villa, and this is a luxury synthetic, the most expensive wig I have. It's, I think, over $300. I'm gonna put all the prices on the screen and in the description for you guys. This one has just the ever so slightest wave. Now my natural hair is naturally wavy curly. Mine isn't as nice of a wave as this. It's more of a frizzy wave, but this one reminds me most of my natural hair texture and color. Again, it's lace front, so it lays pretty flat against the forehead, and it does have some lace in the part. This one doesn't have any combs or clips, so I like to use the wig grip just to give it a little bit more hold. Again, I'm holding it like a bowl with the part toward me. Just gonna lean down and then flip up. And I'm just gonna pull it down and adjust the part a little bit. And of course you can go ahead and brush if she's a little tangly. Now I like this one. The other day I did a video and did it in updo. I just took it low in the back, twisted it, put a clip in it, and pulled out these sides. So I like a wig that you can do some updos with. I definitely think this one, the luxury synthetic, has a more natural look. There's a bit more volume right here than I would normally want. I mean, sometimes I like that volume, but I just feel like it's almost a little disproportionate to the rest of the hair. I truly love this wig. I think I'll get a lot of use out of it, and I think it's probably the wig I have that looks least like a wig, especially in person. I think the color is beautiful on this wig and resembles my own color when I color it. It kind of gives me those beachy vibes, those kind of effortless hair vibes. So what do you guys think? Wig 1, the straight wig with bangs. Wig 2, no bangs side part. Or wig 3, the wavy beachy look. Let me know in the comments. I want to know which one is your favorite. I'll list all the details in the description box below. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you in my next video.